Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today it's going to be episode 2 of the Liverpool career mode. Now, as you can see from last episode, we played one game in the Premier League. We came second place in the pre-season tournament. We lost to PSG in the final, but we did win our first game. And we do currently have some transfers ongoing, which is a counter offer for Daniel Sturridge. AC Milan put in a bid, and we counter offered 55 million for it. So we'll see what happens there. As you can see, we're on target with the objectives, and we did actually beat Arsenal 2-0 in the first episode. So I'm not going to waste much time, guys. We're just going to go straight into the first game here against Burnley. It is away on World Class. That's the team we're going to be using. We've got Mane, Coutinho, Firmino in behind Sturridge, Allen, who we signed last episode as well, along with Henderson in the midfield, and then, you know, the average defence and stuff as well. But our first clip actually comes in the 11th minute. We get the ball here, play it to Milner, and then look at that goal. That is probably a contender for goal of the season there. A fantastic goal by Milner. I don't know why I even shot there, to be honest. I just thought I'd have a go. I didn't expect to score at all, especially not with Milner. But it was a very, very good goal, and it did put us 1-0 up there, which was fantastic. But if you look, the ball comes in, gets cleared out, first time pass in, and then Milner just waits for it. Hits it on the full volley. Oh, actually, it could have been a half volley. Yeah, hits it on the half volley, and it does go straight into the top left-hand corner. And Tom Heaton in goal had absolutely no chance of just saving that shot, and he just decides to lay on the advertising board there, which is brilliant. But then the second clip came in the 16th minute when we get the ball with Coutinho, play it to Firmino, play through Sturridge, a great bit of strength to hold off the defender, and he does indeed put it into the back of the net, and then does his special little dance celebration there that he likes to do by pressing A. But it was good strength here, a decent ball from Firmino, and then Michael Keane was on him, so we had to hold him off, and then a lovely little finish into the top left hand corner, straight past Heaton again in goal. So that was 2-0. We were dominating the game pretty early on here, and it puts us in a very good position to go and win the game, and obviously defend. But in the 43rd minute, we play through Mane here, has a shot, alright save, probably could have done a bit better, but again it goes straight to Sturridge, who is on fire, and I'm so glad that he didn't move to Wolfsburg last episode like he was meant to. If you guys didn't watch that episode, go and check it out. It is on my channel in one of the recent videos. So go and watch that, but I'm glad he stayed with us because he is helping us quite a lot. And that was it, guys. That was full time. 3-0 there. A very, very good game. All the boys played well, especially Daniel Sturridge, and Nathaniel Klein played well as well. He always gets high ratings, Nathaniel Klein. He does very well, but obviously Sturridge got man of the match, getting 2 goals there. And yeah, so that was a great win. We put us another 3 points up in the table. We now had 6 points. Crystal Palace are doing really, really well at the minute. As you can see, they just beat Tottenham 2-0 in their second game. They won the first game as well, so they're still top of the league. But we do just have some player training first before we can go into any transfer business or stuff like that. As you can see, we're second, Crystal Palace are top. But we're just going to put this training session and see how it goes here. As you can see, Mane goes up to an 81 rating from an 80, and Jedvaj and Stewart get pretty close to going up as well, which is decent. Stewart's a very, very good player. He's going up pretty quickly as well, so I'm happy with that, and hopefully he can become a very good player in the future. Milan come back to us and say that they don't want to pay that much, but because of the recent form that he was in, I decided not to counter offer 55 million, and I actually decided to counter offer... or did I? Wait, I'm not really sure. No, I decided to counter offer 60 million instead, if they wanted to get him, because he was playing very, very well, and he was on form, so I didn't ideally want him to move clubs. And as you can see, now we're just going to move on into the next game against Tottenham away. Sorry about that, guys, I've still got a bit of a cold. But here we go now, guys. We kick off, they kick off the game. And the first clip does come indeed in the 14th minute. Henderson takes a heavy touch, passes it just before Lloris gets to him, and Daniel Sturridge again plays the ball into an empty net to put us 1-0 up in the 15th minute. So as you can see there, the heavy touch, and then actually I think it's a Vorm goal. Vorm comes out to try and get it, and Sturridge just has a very, very easy goal there, and is able to put it into the back of the net. So as we can see, guys, that I really wanted to get top of the table so we can kind of secure our place there, and that was all that happened in the game. We won the game 1-0. Not many chances, as you can see. They only had 3 shots with 2 on target, and we only had 5 shots, I think, with 3 on target or something. We only had 2 on target as well. So that is that. I do apologise for my voice, guys. It does sound a bit croaky and dull. I'm sorry about that, guys. As I said, I have had a cold, and but more importantly, you don't really care about me. As you can see, Goretzka does go up in the training from a 79 to an 80, as we have been trying to improve his passing, and it has successfully worked. Crystal Palace still top. They won the last game, as did Chelsea, and they actually pushed us down to 3rd. But we have 2 transfer offers, one for Nathaniel Klein from Arsenal, which we counter offer 55 million for, because he's been in great form. And then one from Roma for Roberto Firmino, which we counter offer 55 million for, like we did all last episode. And I don't think anybody's going to pay 55 million for Klein or Firmino, so I think we're pretty safe to keep them. But as you can see, guys, it is deadline day, and just looking over here, you can see Emre Can's actually the highest, second highest, transfer deal in the transfer window from Liverpool to Southampton for 35 million. And we do actually get an offer for Lallana from Real Madrid here, so we counter offer 25 million for him. Bearing in mind he's 28, only 81 rated, 25 million would be good, but De Gea going to PSG, I'm not sure about that. But, you know, that happened, and as you can see, they're going to match it. So they said, yeah, we'll accept 25 million. So Adam Lallana, 28 years old, is going to be moving on deadline day to Real Madrid for 25 million. So I thought, alright then, if you're going to take our centre attacking midfield, I'm going to go in and put an offer for one of your centre midfielders for 25 million, the exact same price that you've just bought Lallana from. So I put in a 25 million bid for Isco. As you can see, I was scouting the transfer market there, and as you can see, Real Madrid actually accept our offer for Isco for 25 million, and Lallana has moved to Real Madrid the other way for 25 million. And I think I've got the better end of the stick here, guys. Lallana, 28 years old, 81 rated. Isco, 24 years old, 4 years younger, and at 84 rated, which is 3 ratings higher. I think I've got the better end of the stick, considering it was both for exact same price. Roma still trying to be tight and squeeze Firmino out of us, but I'm not having any of it, and I'm just going to keep counter offering 55 million. Spurs putting in an offer for Tottenham for Lucas here, so so I'll counter offer nearly 20 million for him. And yeah, that's the end of deadline day, guys. We just Isco accepts our contract offer, so we bring him to the club, and we're just going to put him straight into our first team where Lallana previously was. As I said, I'm not too worried about that. Lallana wasn't doing too great. He wasn't a bad player, but he wasn't doing too great. And I think Isco is a good player to fill in there. So that was pretty decent. And as you can see, deadline day ends there. Ozil actually goes from Arsenal to Barcelona for 74 million, and Alaba does move to to Juventus. And Mane, we just find out, is out for 2 weeks with a broken ankle, which is pretty poor because he is a very, very good player. But not to worry, because Isco can play right mid as well, so he will fill in there for now, and Firmino will keep his spot in the centre attacking midfield spot in our team. And because some players are on international duty, I just decided to change the training round a bit. Well, I didn't decide to, I kind of had to change the training round a bit, so we put Karius and Danny Ings in on the training, so we'll see what happens here. And as you can see, guys, nobody really goes up, but there's some good scores there. We got 2 A's, a B, and 2 D's, which is alright. And we only have one more game to play in this episode. We're going to sim a few games, but which is the one we're going to sim here. We're actually going to sim this game against Leicester. So, because it was a Premier League and I wanted to win, I put out my first team. Their recent results, the one against Hull and then drew the other games. And as you can see, Allen actually scores for us in the 3rd minute. Which looked very, very promising, and yeah, it looked like we were going to go and win the game. As you can see, there's a few yellow cards, one for Slimani, one for Lovren, few substitutions here, and then Roberto Firmino actually goes and grabs a goal there for us, which then puts us 2-0 up, and I had no doubt that we were going to win the game now. Isco missed a penalty, and then Wijnaldum scored. for us, which was fine, and we did win the game 3-0. Not a great debut for Isco, missing a penalty, but you know, 3-0 to Leicester at home was pretty decent. And Crystal Palace were still top, but now we had a very important game against Chelsea. As you can see, they're one below us on very similar points to us, so we needed to come out with a win from this game if we wanted to challenge. Well, not challenge, obviously, because it's still the start of the season, but if we wanted to get that top spot as soon as possible. So we did try our best. As you can see, the kick-off here, and the first clip actually does come in our favour very, very early on. As you can see, in a minute, we get the ball with Coutinho, cut inside. John Terry just completely wipes us out in the box and gives away a penalty. Receives a yellow card for his troubles, and under 10 minutes in we managed to get a penalty. So this is looking very lively for us. I'm very happy at this moment. I knew Chelsea was going to be a tough game, so the fact that we had a penalty and a free shot from 12 yards this early on was very promising. So we take Coutinho off the penalty, give it to Milner. He has the highest penalty stat. Aim for the top right hand corner, try and put it in, put us 1-0 up, easy as you like, straight over the bar. Don't know what happened, my arrow kind of disappeared. I'm not blaming that though, it was just a really poor penalty on my behalf, and I just put it straight over the bar, which was absolutely gutting. But as we've learnt to tell, it could get a lot worse. Willian ran down the line a few minutes after, only about 4 minutes after. Dejan Lovren tries to tackle the ball, and he does take out Willian. I thought we got the ball, to be fair, but the referee thought otherwise, and I can see why it is a penalty, but I'd say we got the ball more than the player. But, you know, they are the ones that I'd expect a penalty for, so I've got no problem with conceding it. So not only did we just miss a penalty, we also gave one away. And one thing I will blame the game for, I actually dived where this penalty went. As you can see, Hazard chips it to the right-hand side. You can see Karius moved slightly to the right-hand side just before he kicked it. And I did actually dive that side, but the game didn't register it, and it did go in. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, but there's not much you can do about it. And as you can see, Fabregas did run through after half-time and get another goal to put them 2-0 up. Now, I did actually score a goal after this, and it was 2-1, but the footage just completely corrupted on my computer when I went to put it in. So I cannot show you that goal, but basically what happened is we ran down the wing, crossed it into Sturridge, and he basically headed it in from about 3 yards out. So it was an alright goal, but we did lose the game 2-1, which was pretty disappointing. So there are all the games. Sorry guys, there are all the games we're going to play this episode. We've got 2 more to sim. One against Newcastle in the EFL Cup. I thought this would be an easy win. Put out my second team. Still got some good names in there like Matip, Lucas, Wijnaldum, Ings, Goretzka. And this has got to be the most boring game of football I've ever simulated in my life. Yellow card for Gamez in the 2nd minute. Yellow card for Goretzka in the 30th minute. Nothing else happens before half time. A few substitutions are going to happen in a second. Coming up to the 70th minute now. Actually, I don't even think there is any substitutions. No, not even any substitutions. Go into extra time. Absolutely nothing happens. And in true Liverpool fashion, away to Newcastle, we lose on penalties. 0-0. What a rubbish game. I thought we had that one in the bag. Put my second team out. Completely underestimated Newcastle. Nothing happened all game, and we lost on penalties. So that's us kicked straight out of the Capital One Cup, or the EFL Cup, whatever it's called. Massively disappointed. I was looking for a better result with our first time against Hull, and as you can see, Coutinho does score in the 14th minute and puts us 1-0 up, which was a lot better than the Newcastle game, I'm pleased to say. Then their right back gets injured, they make a substitution, and Nathaniel Klein grabs a goal. And somehow, I don't know how, Nathaniel Klein actually manages to grab himself another goal in the 84th minute, and we do win the game 3-0. So, I'd say we've been more successful with simulating games this episode than not successful. Obviously, a 3-0 win against Hull and Leicester, but we did draw 0-0 and lose on penalties to Newcastle in the Cup. But as you can see, guys, this is the end of the episode. We have signed 3 youth players from my scouting onto the youth squad, and I'm just going to wait for them to grow a bit before I sign them. But that is the end of the episode, guys. We're currently sitting around 3rd in the table, I think. Remember to drop a like on this video and subscribe while you're around here. Our next game is against Swansea, and I'd just like to thank you guys for the support recently. If you're new, drop a like, because yesterday I did gain 3 subscribers in one day, which for me doesn't sound massive, but for me it is a pretty big achievement. So thank you guys, have a very nice rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.